Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. And today's shave is the Carbon 316 razor. And in the series that I'm doing on the Razor Emporium's own line of shave soaps, this one is Fireside, which is a scent profile of bourbon, charcoal, and smoke. When you smell it, and of course, when I can tell I've already taken my little spoon scoop out of there. Light smokiness, very light, so not overbearing. I'm not a big smoke fan, but yeah, this is nice because it's not overpowering. Sweet, yeah, a little sweetness and bourbon there. And I'm not really catching the charcoal so much, but the other two, yeah, I can smell that. So yeah, and it's nice, and it is a sweet scent. So we'll be using that today. But for now, let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. Face is washed. No, still a little residual soap there. Leave it, doesn't matter. So I'm going to grab my brush here. And of course, I'm still using the scuttle. I don't want to really tip it. No. So it's made up with nice lather. Makes up a nice lather. This is the brush is a charcoal goods handle with a ghost knot from AP Shave Co. So yeah, it's one I made myself. Little, for my current taste, it's a little small. I used to love this shit. This was my favorite shape when I was younger. Now, as I'm getting older, not as much. It's a little tougher to hold on to, whatever nowadays. So yeah, my tastes have changed. And the types of, the aggression of the razors I use, the brushes I like. Yeah, it's changed. It's evolved over time. Oh, this is a nice thing going on. Not super strong. I'll tell you, it's like maybe about a 4, I'd say. 3 to 4, but definitely I'd say, like, I'm thinking closer to 4 out of 10% strength, which is nice. I like something for a soap that's not really more than medium, just personal preference. I don't want it too overbearing. Unless I've got a matching aftershave for it, then it doesn't matter. They can be as strong as it wants to be. Okay, oops, I got it all soaped up and I haven't got a blade in here yet. So, hey, I remember this time I didn't put a blade in. So I can tell you the last razor I used, of course, was the Mula R41 with a feather blade, because I got a new batch of feather blades and didn't care for it as much. The feather blade was not as comfortable. Oops, I just dropped my gasket in the sink. I heard it splash. I can't feel it. There it is, it's floating. Whoops, I see it. Sorry. Getting my little gasket out of there. There we go, got it. Forgot it was there. But I was saying, for the feather blade, didn't care for it in the R41 as much as I did the Astra blade. I thought the Astra blade was smoother, and that was my complaint. Now, I also read in some of my comments that people prefer not to use feather blades in more aggressive razors. Interesting tip, so I'll keep that in mind. So we'll see how it does in this Carbon 316 razor. Sorry, I'm just taking the razor blade out of the feather. There you go, feather blade. See the feather. So this is, to me, a more mild razor. And there's the head cap, the way it's shaped. Put that there. The base plate is unique for, of course, carbon. It's like, skeletonized. Kind of cool. I like that. Not that I care about weight saving too much. There's the gasket I almost lost. Put that there. Luckily, I have a whole bag of those things. So let's put that in there. Oh, come on, line up. Sorry, I'm doing this without glasses. And then awkward angles. So let me just put this more straight like that. Snug it. Okay, it's snug. There we go. In there. Yes, very nice. Let's warm it up. So I'm hoping the feather does better in a milder razor. Now this razor is so mild that I'm actually toying with the idea of getting what they call the plus base plate. Bumping it up a notch with a 0.88. Just because I want a little more aggression. They have one above that, the plus, but yeah, I don't think I need it. It's over 1 mil gap. I don't want that much. That's when they start getting a little tougher to control and easier to nick yourself to get over that. For me personally, so I like them less than a mil, but I like them approaching them. I do like that, So that's where my tastes have changed over the last several years. But this is fairly smooth razor. All this is working good with that feather blade in it. As far as smoothness, yeah, it doesn't feel as rough as it did in the R41. And obviously it's a first use. First use with a feather is usually where I cut myself. There you go. First pass, fairly uneventful. Nice. Handle style is kind of cool. Okay, realistically, that's what drew my attention when I first was looking at this razor. Then saw a lot of good reviews on it, so yeah, I got it a couple years back anyway. It was my most expensive razor purchase at the time. And truth be told, I think it's overpriced compared to its competitors, but still a nice razor. And I like the fact that you can get, of course, different base plates that makes it tunable to your needs and your changing, in my case, changing needs and wants, what have you. Okay, whoops. Sorry, it's not pass 3, it's pass 2, so I do want to put soap there, and I do want to put soap here. I was soaping up like it was pass 3. It's not yet. Okay, here we go. Pass 2 across the grain. So I do appreciate the comments I got on the feather blade in my last video. Hear others' opinions. And like myself too, other people have the love-hate relationship with the blade too as well. To me, it's more manageable in this razor than it was in the R41 as far as just overall comfort from roughness. To me, this could be a little smoother still. Not the smoothest blade I've used in this razor, but not horrible. And this is the standard base plate, so pretty mild. Certainly there's some volume involved and it's a little noisy, so you can hear the feedback, so which is kind of cool. And of course I was fussing about the price a little bit, but then again, there is more machining. The base plate is skeletonized, so, and that takes time and effort and expense, so yeah, okay, we'll give them that. Can't be fussing too much. Okay, pass 3 against the grain. And my little nick here. You see, I always, first use of a feather, I'm going to nick myself. Didn't feel it, but I did. Nice. Okay. Cross grain in the neck, because basically right here where it's the thickest. It's going good. Gotta lighten it up there. It's a little too heavy on the draw. Okay, I'll save that. Need a buffing pass. Okay, here we go. Yes, nice. It's drying out a little bit, so now just buffing past it with just water. Just water put over the soap, so we're waking up the residual slickness of the soap itself. Light light, just buffing past this light. Right down there by the collar. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. And see, for me, a lot of soaps wake right up with just a little bit of water. And so that's why I don't bother grabbing my brush and slapping more of that on. Doing something a little different, showing you something that basically you can just wake up the residual slickness. And for this, these Razor Emporium soaps, yeah, works great. They perform quite well once you wake them up with a little bit of water. Okay. So let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and say I just washed off with a washcloth of warm water. Now of course the little spots are still kind of there. So we're going to use the Shave Nation alum. Take care of that. So we get 2 splashes of cold water to close the pores. I'll be right back here, just down here. Okay. Got the alum going. Get on those 2 spots there. Minor little nicks there. Didn't notice them when they happened, and just barely causing any blood at all. There. Down, pat dry. Yes. Now, oh, I want to tell you before I put on the aftershave here, before we get to that part, I wanted to show you what I did for cleaning razors. I hadn't cleaned razors in a couple of weeks, so I had a couple stacked up. Truthfully, I had 3 razors stacked up of various weeks that I hadn't cleaned yet. So I cleaned them today, all 3 of them. They're all sitting over here on the side of the sink, drying out. I got the Mule R41, I've got my Game Changer, and I've got my G-Bar from the 50s, all drying over here. But let me show you what I use to clean them, because normally everybody uses the Dawn dish detergent to clean the razors because it's a good degreaser, gets the soap scum off, all that. Well, variation on a theme. So I made my own cleaning product, and it has Dawn in it. And let me show you what I got. Big old, spray bottle that I purchased at the, good old Lowe's zip bottle there. So I like the zip bottles. They have a nice head on them and all that. They work well. Well, this truthfully is my shower cleaner for that acrylic tub, because you can't just use for decades I've always used the Pine Sol cleaner, and you're not supposed to use it on acrylic. So watching YouTube videos, people put 1/4 of the container of Dawn dish detergent and 3/4 white vinegar. So that's what this is. And I'm thinking this can take care of the chrome fixtures and all that and not worry about anything. So I'm not worried about the chrome and the metal finishes on my razors, and it did a good job. This one, I mean, not that they have more than 4 or 5 days worth of use on the razors anyway when I'm cleaning them. So, but yeah, so that's, I've already got it. So it's right here under the sink. There we go. Put it back. It's there. I didn't have to pull out the Dawn separately. So yeah, I just use that. Easy enough. And then with that and the toothbrush, good to go. And of course, I used my spoon, good old dollar store spoon, to scoop out my single use of this Fireside from Razor Emporium. This, of course, this will be entry number 1 in the next giveaway. So yeah, because obviously I've got a giveaway to do from the bunch I have already that I created, was it a little over a week ago? So I'll be doing that drawing sometime this weekend. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but yeah, I'll be doing that to see who the winner is. So be looking for that. If you've entered, yeah, be looking for that video. But now let's go ahead and get to the aftershave, which honeysuckle, PAA honeysuckle, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Yeah, one of my summer scents. It's middle of January. I'm not locked into a summer scent. I felt this is what I wanted to use, so this is what I'm using. Use what you want. I wanted this today. The Fireside is supposed to invoke like idea of summer campfires. So yeah, this was summery. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna use this today. That's kind of my thought. And I love honeysuckle. One of my favorite scents. So I wanted it today. It's been a long time since I've used it. It's been months. So I wanted it today. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Love that scent. Alrighty, so today's shave felt good. It was a 2 day growth, like usual Saturdays, 2 day growth. Shaved really good now, yes. Now thoughts on that? The thoughts on that feather blade in here. Of course, it's first use. First use for me is always rough on a feather blade. It doesn't come in for me until at least the second use. And not that you get a lot of uses out of it. Yeah, I'll get 4 shaves out of that blade this week, which is all the time I'm going to shave this week, so it'll do its job. But I wanted to try it, and yes, it wasn't bad. Did it wake it up more than like a Gillette Silver Blue? Can't say it did, but it was an option. It's another option. So I'm curious to see what you think of that feather in this one. For me, I think I get more smoothness out of the Gillette Silver Blue and just as much efficiency. So that's for me, that's because it's all about enjoying the experience, and I just a little more smoothness out of that Gillette, I think. So in this razor, every razor is different, every person's different. So I'm giving you my take on what I like and what works for me. So with that, hope you enjoyed, and go with God.